Hey guys, welcome back to Magic TV. My name's Craig. It is 9 o'clock on a Wednesday and it's time for a Hidden Gems. Now, first of all, if you haven't already done so, go check out the Craig and Ryan review show that went live at 5 o'clock today. There's some great tricks on this week, but this is all about a very old trick, not a new trick, an old trick that came out years ago. You see, that's what I do on the Hidden Gems. I take tricks that have been around for a long time and I try to bring them back to the attention of everybody in the magic community. Why do I do this? It's because we stand on the shoulders of giants, and new people that are coming into the industry kind of forget about the old tricks that were here and have gone by, and they rush off to buy the latest and greatest trick without thinking about all of these old tricks that were around years ago. And today I'm going to be doing a Hidden Gems on this, the locked deck. Now, I did this on a Magic Live a couple of years ago. But the Magic Lives never get as many views as some of the other videos, so I wanted to bring it to everyone's attention because genuinely I think that this is a super commercial trick, and it's the sort of thing that you could do in anyone's strolling or walk around or table hopping act, and it would absolutely kill. But very few people do this. Why do very few people do it? Because it's not the latest and greatest trick and nobody knows about it. Nobody's talking about it. You don't go on the Facebook groups and see a post on the lock deck. You don't go on Reddit and see a post about the lock deck. You don't go on the Magic Cafe and see a post about the lock deck. You don't do that, but it's incredible. So what is the lock deck? What is it? Well, basically, it's a trick where a card is selected from a lock deck and it vanishes from the deck in a very clean way and appears inside the box. Now, what's really nice about this trick, and you're going to see a performance in a minute, what's really nice about this trick is the visual, the hook. I've talked about this on the channel before. One of the most important things when you're performing is the hook, what you say to get people's interest, what you say to get people's attention. The hook for this trick is incredible. Why is it incredible? It's incredible because the hook for this trick is, hey, I've got a padlock on a deck of cards. It's because I want to sleight of hand proof the deck. Now, that sounds ridiculous, right? But it's an interesting object. People have never seen a padlock through a deck of cards before. But bringing this out, it's an unusual object. It grabs people's attention. This is obviously going to be more than just a normal card trick. And I always say to people, hey, this is what happens when you leave a magician in the room with a whole bunch and they're bored, which gets a laugh. But now you're immediately into the performance. The nice thing about this is it's quick. It's over in a couple of minutes, but it's also super magical. If you haven't seen it, you're about to see a performance on Jack. Let me perform it for you so you can see what it's all about, and then we'll talk about all the pros and cons. This is a locked deck. It's a deck with a padlock on it. This is what happens when you give a magician a whole bunch and they're bored. But this sleight of hand proofs the deck of cards, which I know sounds ridiculous, but it's true. And I will prove it to you. I'm going to take the padlock off the deck like that, and I'm going to take the cards out of the box. And we are going to do a miracle. Are you ready for a miracle, my friend?
I do like miracles.
First of all, you can see that all the cards are there. They're all different.
Yeah.
I'm now going to sleight of hand proof the deck by locking the deck. Not only will I lock the deck, but I will give you the key, so there's no way I can unlock this deck. So the idea now, we have a locked deck, correct? Literally. Now you're going to pick one of the cards. I can't spread the cards out because it's hard. So instead, I'll riffle through the deck like this, and as I do, you just say stop anytime you want to. Just say stop. Stop. Yeah? Can you look at that card?
Yep.
Can you see it? I will show it to the camera. Camera see it?
Yep.
I'm going to leave it on there, and you can take that deck and hold it like this, as if you're about to deal face up. Can you do that for me? Okay. Now, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to try and make that card vanish from that deck, which is even harder when you think about the fact that it's impossible to do that because I've sleight of hand proofed the deck is locked, and yet still I'll make your card vanish out the deck. You could have thought of any card, I have no idea what it is. Watch, here we go. Gone. Well, it's not gone, it's right there. Let me just put it there for a minute, there we go. Seriously, your card's gone. I know you don't believe me, so spread through and have a look. Probably, are you left-handed?
Yeah.
Oh, so, okay, well, that's rubbish. Try and spread it that way, because else you're not going to be able to see the indices. Okay. I didn't realise you were left-handed. Ryan's left-handed.
Quite for years, have you not realised I'm left-handed?
Wasn't really interested, to be honest.
Just
focus on looking for your card.
It's not there.
Well, how do you know you haven't gone through all the cards yet?
Well, I've not seen it so far.
Huh?
I've not seen it so far.
Well, keep going, it might be.
Definitely not there.
Ah, wow. I made the card vanish from a locked deck. How amazing is that?
That's pretty cool.
It is. What was the name of your card?
6 of spades.
Yeah, I knew that. It's here. It's a 6 of spades. Oh, but it's face down. There you go. Face up. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll take that 6 of spades and I'll make it become visible inside the box.
Well,
There's now one card and one card only inside that card box. And that card has appeared there. And this is the one and only 6 of spades.
where the hell?
There you go. It's a good lock deck. So that's a performance of the locked deck, and that's what it is. That's what it does. It is a locked deck of cards. Now let's talk about the pros. So first of all, everything's examinable, which is great. Now this is a very old principle, and I'm fairly sure that experienced magicians will know exactly what's going on here, but it's a very, very old principle. It's a very old principle, but even though it works especially well in this context where the deck is locked, right? But this principle means that this trick is pretty much self-working. There's no moves to it at all. You literally just take the cards out of the case, you lock them back up again, you put the case down to one side, and you do the trick. You just make the card. You get them to pick a card and you make it vanish. It's self-working. There's no moves to it. Now, the other nice thing about this is that the card does not have to appear inside the box. I always do it with the card appearing inside the box, but you don't have to. You can have that card appear anywhere that you want. You can have the card appear in your pocket. You can have the card appear under your watch. You can have the card appear anywhere you want to. Absolutely not a problem. When you take the cards out of the box and you take the padlock off, before you padlock this deck, I never do this, but if you want to, you could even give the deck to the spectator to examine. You could give the spectator the deck to shuffle. They're not going to find anything other than the fact that there's holes all the way through the deck. You can get the spectator to put the padlock on themselves. This is a normal padlock. You could even borrow the padlock. Let's say you were doing a gig for a locksmith in their factory, which would be kind of weird. You could do a trick for, you could borrow the padlock, which is really cool. But when you're in this point right here, it's so clean because you look away, you have them say stop, they look at the card, you give them the cards. The magic happens in the hands of the spectators. Because at this point, I got thrown a little bit with Jack being left-handed, didn't even know. You know, it happens in the hands of the spectators because they then go through this and they don't see anything. Their card is completely gone, which is impossible because they did everything. You didn't touch the deck, and yet the card has completely disappeared. I mean, let's be honest, how strong is that, right? When the fact that they saw the card in there a second ago, it's a little bit like the new trick that Christian Grace brought out, a thought of card to box. This is very, very similar. You could even argue that this, I don't know if the argument would hold water, but you could even argue that in some ways this is as good as, if not better than, because you've got the deck locked. There's no way that you could have taken it out, right? And yet here you are in this point, and they're looking through all of the cards, and the card's gone. It's very, very strong. And then with no moves, you have the card appear, boom, inside the box. The cool thing is, from a reset point of view, first of all, everything's examinable. They can examine everything at this point. And not only is it examinable, this is the reset. You just put the cards back in the box. You take the card that they picked and you put that inside the box. You lock everything back up again. And you can do this in front of the audience. And you are now reset, ready to go again. It fits in one pocket space. It packs small, it plays big. It's super commercial. You don't need a table to perform it on. You can do it strolling, you can do it walk around, and it's ready to go at a moment's notice. In fact, I'm giving this to Matt because he needs more material, and this I think would be absolutely perfect. If you're looking for something super strong, super commercial, something a little bit different, but something that will really impress an audience, you could go a lot worse than doing this. The Lock Deck. It's available from most magic dealers. Just search Lock Deck and you're going to find a few different links. It's not very expensive. It's not the latest and greatest trick. It's a hidden gems, but there's nothing wrong with that. So there you go, guys. That's another hidden gems in the bag. Do me a favor. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I love looking for these hidden gems for you guys. You want to see more videos like this? Like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. Like I said before, go check out the Craig and Ryan review show. That went live at 5 o'clock. and I'll be back again soon with another video. Don't forget to check out the Netrix as well, www.thenetrix.com. It's www.thenetrix.com. Go and check it out and see what all the fuss is about. Thanks very much for watching. My name's Craig from Magic TV.